we're live in the heart of Pacific Beach at PB Shore Club. We're telling stories that matter and introducing you to some of San Diego's finest people. So put your party pants on and let's have some fun. I'm Claire McKee. Welcome to The Know. Please help me welcome my first guest, Eric Gillman with Sharp Retention of Cutco. Eric, come on over. What's going on? How are you?
I'm fantastic.
Thanks for being here.
Good morning.
Good morning, knife guy.
I appreciate you having me. This is super exciting.
I know.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great day when the knife guy shows up, right?
I think. I mean, if I live through this interview, it sounds a little creepy.
You're in the safest place in the bar.
We're gonna learn a lot more about you and these knives, this beautiful display we have back here. He is not a serial killer or anything like that. He actually provides a lot of value. But first, Eric, please share a fun fact about yourself. What's something people may not know about you?
Yeah, so one thing not a lot of people know about me, this is all familiar being featured under camera, and when I was in 3rd grade, I was actually featured on an HBO comedy special hosted by Rosie O'Donnell.
What?
Yeah.
How old were you?
I was in 3rd grade, so I must have been, 10, 11 years old, something like that.
I think even younger than that, maybe.
8, 9.
Okay, so you were young.
9. Yeah.
You met Rosie O'Donnell.
I did.
How? Like, how did that come to be?
Basically, HBO people came to our school. They sat in on classes. We didn't know why, but there were these people watching, and they picked 2 kids from each class, which were the class clowns, which I used to just do notoriously all the time. Then they brought us in a room similar with a setup like this, and they said, just be funny, just tell jokes.
Just be funny.
And then...
Which any comedian knows, like, just
right.
tell us a joke.
Just tell us the setup,
it's
you know?
It's not that easy.
Yeah. So then about 8 weeks later, we got this big elaborate pop-up invitation in the mail for a big party at Rockefeller Center in New York.
So this was when you were still living in New York?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh,
and so
gosh.
me and my folks, we went to the event. It was a big premiere, HBO red carpet type thing,
gosh.
and a bunch of other kids and a bunch of kid events. And so do you want to hear the joke?
Of course I want to hear the joke. So you had one.
Yes, I got one,
told one
and I
joke.
made the cut.
Okay.
And so you can check the tapes, and so.
Yeah, we need to find the footage.
It's out there. It's out there. And actually, I have a picture of me and Rosie O'Donnell. We were on the front page of the National Enquirer for that picture
That
for the
is
event.
so incredible.
Yeah. So my mom's got it framed, all that. But so.
The joke. Let's hear it. What you got?
What happened when the Pink Panther stepped on an ant?
You got me. What?
Dead ant. Dead ant. Dead ant. Dead ant. Famous. Yep, that's what it takes. So
Wait.
it takes to make it.
As an 8-year-old, you came up with that?
I don't know if I came up with it, but most
You
good
had heard
ideas and
it.
jokes, I heard it, and they wanted my gold, so I just threw them the best one I had, and
Oh.
I actually had a bunch of dirty jokes I told because
Yeah.
I have 2 older brothers, but I'm pretty sure they didn't want to see an 8-year-old dropping F-bombs and saying horrible things that his older brothers had taught him.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah,
That's the best fun fact ever. That's so appropriate. So this isn't anything because you're like, I did this when I was 8.
I'm an HBO featured comedian.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, who else can say that, really? And you decided to not become a comedian in your adult life. What happened?
So I'm still actually pursuing that.
Are you?
And side thing, I do open mics, and I have a passion for speaking and telling jokes and writing down horrible things that come into my mind.
Literally one of my favorite things in the world is like stand-up comedy on Netflix. I've seen every single one of them. I say like in another world, I'm gonna do stand-up comedy at some point. So I'm super curious to pick your brain about that. We're
Let's
gonna
do
talk
it
about that
sometime.
again. I would
Yeah.
love to come watch you. That's really sweet.
It's easier than you think. You can do it.
Is it?
It really is. Come to
I
an
can
open
talk,
mic.
but
Come to an open mic sometime. It will be a big confidence boost for you. You'll see that just people are getting up there and just throwing it out there. But yeah,
super cool.
coming back to an HBO or most likely Netflix screen towards you to you sometime in the not too distant future.
Okay, so we're getting a little inside peek here, guys. You gotta stay tuned for Eric Gillman. That's super cool. Let's talk business though a little bit, because that's why you're here today.
Let's cut to the chase.
Let's cut to the chase, if you will. Tell us, what is Sharp Retention?
Yeah, so Sharp Retention is the team for Cutco closing gifts. So we are the #1 team in the world, and our team specializes in branding. So we take a gifting system. So most people are giving out gifts, and what happens is most gifts go away. Wine, gift card, champagne, gift baskets. So about 10 years ago, we came up with a solution. We started branding a product called Cutco. And
pretty much everyone has heard of Cutco knives.
Yeah, if you haven't, well, here, we can show something that kind of demonstrates the quality of it. I had mentioned something a little bit earlier. So Cutco's been around since 1949, right?
Okay.
And I've been with the company 13 years. One of my favorite things about Cutco is they always have been, and they always will be 100% American made.
Amazing.
Right?
I love that.
And I've been to the factory and seen it all done. The average time somebody works in the factory is about 22 years. But we were chatting about one of our products, our legendary scissors. They come apart.
Oh, okay.
Easy to clean. I know, that was like magic, right? You're like, oh, you broke it.
Didn't know that, okay.
And they have these little teeth in there for gripping. So if you're cutting anything like chicken bones or broccoli or hard things, so you gave me a shiny penny earlier, and I'm just gonna take that bad boy and chop it up for you. But yeah, hard plastics, fine fabrics, silk, cashmere, and I've had pairs of scissors for over a decade that I've cut continuously with pennies. So you can see I'm making a nice little corkscrew here. If you have a nice bottle of wine one night and you can't find your wine opener, all you have to do is grab your scissors and a penny and boop, you got a Trailer Parks corkscrew.
Oh my gosh. Look at you, just solution oriented, out of the penny right here.
Always ready to go.
Okay, and this is a real penny, like this isn't a sham
penny.
here.
People always like, is that a real penny? I'm like, what is a fake penny? Yep. But yeah, if they cut pennies well, you should see what they can do to a dollar bill. I made you a flower.
Oh, that is so sweet. Thank you. I should put it behind my ear, but I think
it's a little
might
sharp,
bleed.
be
It's
careful.
a little sharp.
So yeah, our team Sharp Attention, to get to your question, is essentially what we've been doing is taking this product that's the premier, the Rolls Royce of the kitchen, if you will, and we custom brand it with your name, your logo, your tagline.
Okay, so business owners are using this as a client gift,
exactly.
Right?
So we've taken what people are doing as gifts and shifted into a branded gifting system.
Really smart.
So we save people time and energy, and then we also upgrade the quality of the actual product that they're giving.
Really?
Because I mean, wine and champagne gift cards, those things, I mean, are enjoyable.
Sure.
But I have to ask, my clients, is that representative of the lifetime relationship you want to have with your clients?
Great.
And I'm not saying never to do those things.
Yeah.
Give it with a bottle of champagne.
Right.
But the point is, we want to stay in front of our clients. We want to stay top of mind. And that's really what our team helps our clients do. And so we create systems with that, and we make you look like a boss when you're giving the gifts out to your clients.
I love that, because anybody who's in the marketing or branding or has a business knows that you have to be top of mind, whether they're going to buy yesterday or 20 years from now, and a bottle of champagne or wine ends up in the trash. These will last how long? A lifetime, right?
Forever. They're all guaranteed forever. And
incredible.
People aren't sitting around and talking about anybody, real estate professional, knife salesman, car salesman, they're not sitting around talking about us as much as we like to think that they are, right? But when you put a branded piece in their kitchen, just like, looking at the name of Pete Middleton or Jack Campbell or any of the people that we work with, it just keeps you in front of them all the time.
Absolutely
and on something that's quality and in the most used room in the household,
Okay, so was Cutco doing the branding like this before your team came into the picture, or was this an idea that you guys had? How did that all come together?
Yeah, it's a great question. So not really. Cutco has always been engraving gifts. They've always recognized that that's an idea. About 12 years ago, there was a guy named Tony Carlston who started this program.
Okay.
So, and he's the founder of Sharp Retention along with Adam Sobieski. So a lot of people watching this might know my business partner, mentor, Adam. But effectively, they created the concept.
Okay.
They created the concept, they created the program. It was a thing before, but it wasn't a program.
Right.
And so really what they came in and did was we took it effectively a real estate team model and the Sharp Retention team form. So we share admin, we share back-end resources, we share, all the engraving staff, but then at the same time, we're able to serve clients more in the field and really turn it from like, oh, this is a gift that you can buy, to a system that's gonna generate more leads, it's gonna put you in front of people, that's gonna make you actually get more business from dollars that you're spending anyway on consumable gifts.
It's way more than just a gift, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I love that they came up with this amazing concept. You guys have taken it to the next level. What's something that, what is something people don't already know about Cutco or the gifting system that, you'd really like to get out there and share with the audience? Yeah, and
it's a great question. I'd say most of the time that people don't know is they're like, oh yeah, that's a great idea. That's a knife, right? Oh, I'd like giving a knife, I don't know, this and that. And it's more so about, like I said, the system that we're putting in place on the back end to make you look good. So one of the things that some of our clients, people who already use us, don't even know is we have every gift that we have. Like, so for example, when you give people this, can I tell you a really quick story about this spreader?
What is that?
So this is our legendary spreader, super flexible.
Okay.
PBJ, mustard, mayo, but it's really, really sharp. So you can use it for cutting like tomatoes, apples, oranges. It's really shiny too. You can check your makeup while you're doing all your things. It's good for if you have hard to deal with clients, you can slap around a little bit, whatever you got to do with it. One of my clients, Mary Beth Keeley, shout out Mary Beth if you're watching. She's great. She gave one of these clients, or to one of her clients. It's a couple having dinner with another couple, right?
Okay.
And they're about to cut a turkey, and the husband goes, sweetheart, we have to cut the turkey with a Cutco knife. It's the sharpest knife we have in the kitchen. And the wife is like, That is a spreader, right?
Get out.
It's super sharp though, so they cut the turkey with a knife. And the point of the story, and the reason I know this and I share this with people, is Mary Beth told me that story ended with that realtor with Mary Beth being referred to that other couple. Because the thing is, the conversation that doesn't take place is like the same couple's having dinner, and the husband's like, hey sweetheart, let's tell our friends here about that really expensive bottle of champagne we drank that one night 2 years ago between the third and fourth bottle of wine.
Right.
Right? And so one of the reasons that she was able to do that is every gift that we have comes with a letter, so it tells your clients how to use it. Because you're not a knife expert. Look.
No, I'm like, what is that? I don't know. Spatula?
Who's wearing a shirt that says knife guy here, right?
That's you, not me.
So we leave it up to us to make you look great. So what that means is we have a letter that goes with every gift that tells them how awesome Cutco is. It's American made, it's guaranteed forever. So just if they ever need it sharpened, we take care of it for them.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, so Cutco products are all guaranteed forever as well.
Okay.
So basically whenever they need them sharpened or replaced, they can do that for free.
Where do you go for that? How does that?
That's the best part. We actually come to you, or you send them back to Cutco.
Oh my gosh, so I don't even have to leave my house for you to sharpen my knife.
So prior to taking over this program for the real estate side of things, I've sold a couple $1 million worth of Cutco residentially. So literally driven to almost 10,000 homes, sharpened knives in kitchens. And so we do have a whole program where reps come out and do it. We have events that they can take them to. And it really just represents that lifetime relationship you're gonna have with your clients too.
Absolutely.
And yeah, and then the other thing with Mary Beth too, the letters, and there's a video to show your clients how to use it. So that's one thing I think a lot of people don't know about what we do, which is we don't just sell knives and change lives.
Right.
That's what we do on the surface.
Right.
But again, go back to it's a branding system, but we have all these resources. We're like trying to make you look good. So you stop running around town buying gift baskets, stop trying to figure out what they do, stop trying to figure out what they like. Look, the house has a kitchen 100% of the time, and whether your client is the Iron Chef himself or they just crawled out of a cave to buy their first one-bedroom condo, every single person on the planet cuts food into smaller pieces to put it into their mouth. Statistically, that is 100% true.
3,000%. And I can't tell you how many times I've bought like nice knife sets at Bed Bath & Beyond or somewhere like that, and they don't last. You need to sharpen them all the time. I end up throwing them out when I move, and then I gotta go buy more.
Yeah.
So, amazing.
Yeah, and something like people will say too, that I love hearing this as well. If you think about the average mindset of someone who just purchased, especially a first home or even a second home, as you just said, everybody under the sun would love to have a $150 super high quality knife in their kitchen. You rarely find someone who wouldn't want that.
Yeah.
People who just moved into a home especially would want that, but guess who's not throwing money around? People who just spent every penny they
have a brand new mortgage
on a
payment.
down payment, and then they have all the other costs coming in. So when you can come in and be like, hey, I got this tool that I know you're gonna use and I know you're gonna need, and it's not just awesome, it's next level high quality. It just kind of makes, again, in making you look really good when you're DMing it to
Let me ask you this, are you only serving San Diego, or how does that work?
Nope, I ship anywhere in the world.
Okay.
So I'm the area director for San Diego County, Riverside County, and San Bernardino County. So I get around, right?
I get around, the knife guy gets around.
Exactly. And so I cover my territory. I can sell anywhere. I do national events. I'll be heading to Dallas for a mega camp event. I went to Orlando for a Craig Proctor event. So we can go anywhere, but I cover basically from Chula Vista to Big Bear to La Quinta, and then for Yuma, out to Yuma for fun, you know?
Just for fun.
Because I love the driving on the 8.
Oh, yes.
And it's super nice.
Everyone's favorite drive.
Yeah, it's fun. Shout out Yuma people who are watching, I love you.
That's very cool.
And so yeah, I go pretty far for it, and collectively covers about 300 square miles altogether, at least, just all over the place. So
very, very
go
cool.
everywhere.
Okay, and this is on a total personal note, but you're also going everywhere on your bicycle coming up. Can we talk about that?
Sure, yes. So one of the things, amongst many things I love about Cutco, I've been doing it for a long time, is that many people are in our industry. It's something that they use as a means to get to another end. It's rarely actually when you talk to a lot of Cutco people, it's like, oh, I'm doing this because I just have this deep passion for cutlery.
Yeah.
So yeah, in 2021, so 2 years from right now, like 2 years from like right this moment, right this second, I'll be riding a bicycle from Miami to San Diego. So I'm gonna be riding across country.
I can't even fathom that, honestly.
That's bicycle, not motorbike. That's powered by Chevrolet legs, 2 horsepower engine, 1 and 2. And so
you are punny, I gotta tell you.
I just do what I can, you know. Just people trying to stay on the cutting edge over here.
Oh my
Keep it
God.
sharp.
Oh my God.
I'm done with the knife puns, or am I? So yeah, 2021, I'll ride my bicycle across country, and it'll be to raise $500,000 for. I'm on the board of directors for a nonprofit. We built a medical clinic in Haiti after the earthquake.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, and that too was a project that was done by Cutco people. You know, and that's It's one of the reasons like people ask what makes me stick with the company for that long. Long story short on that, we raised over 7 years. We raised $1.8 million.
Wow.
And over 50% of that came from Cutco people. And when I say Cutco people, that's not Cutco paying it. That's us pulling out of our commissions and paying directly to our own nonprofit and paying it out. So yeah, we opened the clinic on the 7-year anniversary of the earthquake, and I've stepped up into a leadership role and we built that thing from the ground up, so I wasn't gonna let it go anywhere else.
You have to be so proud. That's absolutely incredible.
It was, up there with like Cutco Hall of Fame and like college graduation. Definitely the best day of my life when we opened it. So we opened it on the 7-year anniversary of the earthquake to the day. And so I came up with this crazy idea of I've done a bunch of different physical stuff to raise money for it. I ran across the entire country of Aruba. I boxed my best friend. I'm like always putting my body on the line.
Yeah, you're torturing yourself for the benefit of others.
People. Yeah. So
you're gonna ride across the country,
and I'm gonna speak to young people along the way. So I also wrote a book, and my message is on health and wellness, and so I'll talk to kids about building hope through healthy choices. That's the message.
Okay.
And raise $500,000 in sponsorships, and ultimately have fun. That's the point of this. The original journey was just like, I'm gonna ride my bike across country for fun, and then it would turn into speaking to people, and then it turned into money, and then now it's snowballed into this whole thing. So last year we raised like 25 grand. And
we're gonna blow that out of the water. If somebody wants to donate, get involved, keep track of your ride, what's the best way to do so?
So the best way to follow along is gonna be on Instagram.
Okay.
So it's Eric Rides for Hope. So it's all spelled out. So that's the name of the ride. So we've done the Run for Hope, and we did the Fight for Hope, where I boxed my best friend. So this is the Ride for Hope.
Okay.
So Eric, ERIC, RIDES, FOR Hope.
Okay.
And that I'll be keeping that updated along the way. And more so, just follow me on social media with Facebook, and I'll be really in the next 18 months. My main goal is I will be in the next 18 months the #1 Cutco rep of all time that be in this program.
Okay.
So I want to do that, and then I'm gonna go take a bike ride.
Let's do it, dude.
Business before pleasure, right?
Yeah.
Get it done. So just reach out to me anyway at that. But yeah, the bike ride stuff is gonna be a lot more Instagram, but business-wise, I'm on Facebook, I'm on social media, and if you see me around people, I see people everywhere.
I believe it. You've got to be known.
3 to 6 events a week.
Yeah.
And so if you don't see me out in the field, some point this year, you need to get out more.
Ooh, calling you out. I love it. Eric, it's been so awesome getting to know you.
This has been fantastic.
Thank you so much for all the value you've provided our audience, and stick around because we're going to play a game, but I'm not going to tell you what.
I love it. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. This has been awesome.
Absolutely. Thanks so much, Eric.
Cool.